Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a drugstore foundation haul. But first off, I want to apologize if the video quality or the sound isn't that great. I am a little bit sick, so that's why my voice sounds the way it does. But other than that, I just wanted to make this video for you guys to show you some or a couple different foundations at the drugstore and see if you like it or not. So the first foundation that I got was the CoverGirl Clean Foundation. This is for sensitive skin, and the color that I got is warm beige 245. Now, at first when I bought this foundation, it was perfect to my skin tone, but I did get a tan recently, so this one isn't the same color as my face to neck. But other than that, this foundation is really good. I did get it on sale for, I believe, $4. I bought this at Walgreens. The coverage isn't that great. It is a light to medium coverage, but it is buildable. So if you wanted a nice all-natural look, or you wanted to go a little bit more glam and have medium coverage, this foundation does do the job. The only thing that I noticed is that this foundation is really thick. As you can see right there, it takes a long time for it to come out. Like, I literally have to bang my hand. I'll do a little swatch for you guys. As you can see, it's still not coming out. But I just do a little swatch for you guys to show you what the color is. Now that's the color. That is the Clean and Clear. Not the Clean and Clear. The CoverGirl Clean Foundation. It is a little too light, but the coverage, once again, is not that bad. I do love the velvety texture, and I love how soft it is, and it dries really fast. Like, I love how it sets, but I also love how it does look natural. You know, it doesn't take a lot to blend it, so even if you're using your fingers, it does blend very nicely to the skin. That's the foundation. Blend it out, and you can hardly tell it I have anything on my hand. And I like how it doesn't stick to dry patches, and especially for the winter, now that it's spring, you know, if you wanted something that didn't stick to your patches, or you have dry patches around your nose from, you know, the allergy season, this is actually great to put on your face if you wanted some foundation on your face, just because it does, you know, it doesn't stick to the dry patches. So that's it for the Clean Foundation. That's what it looks like. Then the next one is one of my favorites, is the Rimmel Stay Matte in 203 True Beige. Now, I do love how this is a mousse type foundation. It is very, very, very thick. It is a light to medium coverage. I did buy this for $6. I believe they have around 6 to 8 shades. It's not quite a range, but if you are more of the medium side, you know, medium tan or light to medium, you can go in the 200 ranges, and I am the 203 beige once again. And this is how it looks on the hand. It's very thick. It won't go anywhere. I'm shaking my hand and it's literally not going any place. I do love how it is a matte foundation, in a sense that when you apply it on your face, it is creamy, but it does dry to like a powder matte finish, which means that you don't have to apply powder if you didn't want to. Now, the only thing about this foundation, there you go, as you can see, a little bit goes a long way. I'm literally like using just that little dab on my hand, and just it can practically cover my whole hand. The only thing about this foundation is that it does stick to your dry patches. If you have any, you know, dry patches, or you have a couple fine lines, it will, you know, bring that out. So if you want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you, exfoliate your skin before applying this foundation. And for the fine lines, you would have to just apply a little bit under the eyes or anywhere that you have fine lines, and make sure that you don't put too much, because once you put too much, it will get very heavy, and then it will, you know, crease out, and you will have the noticeable fine lines. Now, it is a great buildable foundation. This was just one little layer, and it covered all the veins on my hands. Now, if you wanted a more medium coverage, all you had to do was apply a second layer. And I found that this foundation especially works great with the Beauty Blender, just because that the Beauty Blender is a little bit damp, and it gives you more control and more power to work with this foundation, just because the Beauty Blender helps it blend out evenly. Because this foundation is so thick, you don't want it to have, you know, a big glop on one side and then have a little bit on the other side of your face. So that's all for this foundation. I do love that it is silky. I don't know if I said that. It is shine control. It smooth finish, and like I said, no need for powder. So if you are looking for a foundation for the spring or summer and you have oily skin and you don't really want to be applying powder or anything like that, this is a really great foundation as well. Now the next foundation, which is one of my all-time favorite drugstore foundations. Now I can't compare it to the L'Oreal True Match or the Maybelline Dream Mousse foundation, I believe it is, just because I don't have those on hand with me right now, but one of my all-time favorite liquid foundations is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in number 230, and it does have an SPF of 18, and it comes with 1 full ounce. I don't know if I told you guys, but all foundations that I just reviewed have a full ounce, 1 full ounce in the packaging. So you just have to make sure, you know, that it has 1 full ounce. Almost all the foundations have 1 full ounce, if not a little bit more, but they're pretty much the same. Now this does have SPF 18, and it does oxidize a little bit, which means that it gets a little bit darker due to the oxygen in the air and things like that. But I do like how this doesn't oxidize that much. Like, it really will just stay true to the bottle. And I do love, and it's what I'm wearing on my face right now, I do love how it gives you a dewy finish if you wanted a dewy finish, but it also applies very great coverage. It does not stick to dry patches, and it lasts all day with a powder. And I do have a primer under that, but even if you just wanted to wear it by itself, it does have great staying power. It is very smooth, very liquidy, and it's easy to blend out. This is what it looks like. The only thing is that it doesn't have a pump, so it is a little messy. It got all over my cap, if you can see. But I'll just show you a quick swatch on my hand. I do love how it doesn't, like I said, stick to dry patches, and it is a nice foundation that sets nicely without setting into your fine line or wrinkles or anything like that. And it is overall a great foundation. I did get this for $5 about last summer, and I still have plenty in my tube. I've used this almost every day, and it lasts a little bit. It really does go a long way with this foundation, and even all the foundations. That's what it looks like on my hand. It is very creamy. It is, or it does have a little bit of an orangey undertone, but it's not that bad. And it does oxidize just a little bit. But I do love how silky smooth it feels, how luxurious it makes the face look, just because it is light to medium, but buildable enough to be full coverage foundation. And I do love how it just makes my face look. Now, it was $5 when I bought it at Walmart, but they do sell it at Walgreens or CVS for about $6 or $7, and I believe they always have sales on these foundations. So if you wanted to get or try out one of these foundations, my best place to recommend you getting them is at Walgreens, just because Walgreens always has sales. Now, those are the 3 foundations that I have to review for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please stay tuned for what I have next. Bye.